it ticks off the neighborhood, adults or not. Well, the kids you're stealing the candy from all the little kids. But yeah, because I think I was probably a freshman the last time I went trick-or-treating. And we did it as a lark. At 13, 14 years old, you kind of felt like, oh, geez, I'm a little too old for this now. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. So we have this, we're a nation now that is willing to celebrate just about anything. Except for Thanksgiving. And now, when I was growing up in elementary school and stuff, that we learned about the Pilgrims, and Thanksgiving always seemed to have this type of certain type of decor, and a part of that decor was the turkey, the live turkey. You even made them in school with the tail feathers and all that kind of stuff, different colors, and it was always pilgrims involved, and pilgrim children, and pilgrim adults. It seemed these pilgrims were, because that's really the whole point of Thanksgiving is to celebrate what they were celebrating. The providence, them making it through, and paying attention that God sent them the Native Americans, the Indians, to help them winter over and survive. But that seems to have been lost. And now it seems like, look, this year I've noticed something. Because we used to always complain about, they're putting out Christmas decorations and Christmas stuff earlier and earlier. And then it was in September. We started getting Christmas music in the stores and Christmas decorations. This year I noticed something. There wasn't much Christmas in September. And the reason is because it was replaced by Halloween, which began showing up in stores in August. And it seems like Halloween has become the number 2 holiday. Christmas is still the number 1 holiday. And Thanksgiving is in between the two of them, and it's totally lost. Now, I dare you to go to just about any major or minor store, department store, and try to find some semblance of Thanksgiving holiday decor. It's a near impossibility. It almost doesn't exist. You try to look up that kind of stuff online, and you type in Thanksgiving decoration or decor, or Thanksgiving this, and the stuff that's returned to you on Google, Bing, and Yahoo is ridiculous. There is nothing out there. It's a lost holiday. Now all Thanksgiving is people getting together to overeat and watch football. That's it. There's no thought of what the holiday means anymore. No, not at all. And that's sad, because it means that we as a society are forgetting where we came from. And when you forget where you come from, it is very easy for people to manipulate where you're going. Because all they got to do is just take away your history. You don't know your history. You don't know what has happened, how we got here. Oh, well, and then they can just manipulate and say, well, this is what happened back then. That stuff that you may have learned or your parents learned, no, forget about that. This is what happened. And they'll reshape it to be something that it wasn't, so it's easier for you to believe that this is the way it should be in the future. Socialism. Oh yeah, with this, we've always, ever since the turn of the Industrial Revolution and the big guys and the Carnegies and all those ultra rich people, they got taken down by the government, man. They were slapped and taxed and boom, bada boom, and then the worker, man, the unions came along, and that's how we take care of people. That's not the true story. But this is what people are being told today, so it's easier for them to accept a Bernie Sanders and an Elizabeth Warren So it's easier for them to accept, hey, government's supposed to be able to take care of you, and we should be taxing, all the rich people so we can take care and give government free stuff to everybody else. See, that kind of talk 100 years ago would never have worked. But they took hold of our history. And now Americans don't know where they came from. And because of that, it's so easy to manipulate. Now, there was, I think I just posted something over on Facebook. And this is how ignorant the American population has become. And it's sad. Now, I'm not saying stupid. I'm saying ignorant. Ignorant is you just weren't educated, you weren't taught, you don't know. And there was a man on the street video about Hillary Clinton. And this guy is going up to young people, most of them females, and ask him, hey, Hillary Clinton is her campaign. Now, this is a lie because this is not what Hillary Clinton said, but, just doing a man on the street type of thing. They make up all kinds of questions. And he's basically saying, Hillary Clinton's campaign is saying that, that Sharia law is a good thing for women. Do you think that that's the direction that she should go if she were president? Do you agree with her? And I was amazed at how many people said yes. Now, see, first of all, he set up the question by saying Hillary. That's all anybody needed. That's all anybody needed to hear was the name Hillary. Hillary Clinton. Oh, yeah, she's a woman. She's for Sharia law. It's got to be good. Well, I'm sorry. Do you not know what Sharia law means? Evidently not. And in this day and age, I cannot figure out how everybody in this country is not clued in on what Sharia law is, where it comes from, what it means, how it does not advance women's rights. And yet you had these women, college-age girls, and some of their boyfriends or BFFs, whatever you want to call them, acknowledging and saying, yeah, well, if Hillary's for it, then it must be good. Yeah, I'm for it too then. I did see one reaction where the girl said, I'm not sure what Sharia law is, but I guess if Hillary's for it, it must be good. Now, at least she admitted she didn't know what it was. I mean, that's bad enough, but at least she admitted it. But then she went ahead to say, oh yeah, Hillary's for it, then I'm for it. This is what I'm talking about when people don't know where they come from. They can be told where they're going. And those who are doing the telling won't get a fight. Because if they don't know what's really happening, where we came from, what it was all about, how we got to this point, if they don't know what's happening in their past and in their present, it is very easy for somebody just to point them in a direction that they want them to go, and they will not get a fight. Hey, Sharia law, Hillary Clinton says it's good. Oh, okay. That must be good then. Do they even bother to check? No, because they have no basis with which to check. Because they were never, ever taught. They were always taught, hey, be a good little boy and girl, be a good Johnny and Susie, and just do whatever the teacher or this person tells you to do. Just because they'll never lie to you, just always listen to them. And so now they get to the point where they're an adult. Some semblance of one. They're over the age of 18, so legally they're an adult. And they get asked a specific question about something that they should know about, but evidently they do not. And then they're told, well, this leading authority figure by the name of Hillary has just said, whether she said it or not is irrelevant to them. They're being told that she said it. They're not supposed to question. Remember now, they've been brought up for the past 18 years not to question. So somebody who looks like they're in authority or knowledgeable, like a reporter, hey, Hillary Clinton said, and they go, and well, I don't know what that is, but if Hillary says it's okay, we're not supposed to question, so we should go along with it, because they don't know where they came from. They don't understand that this country started by somebody, the founders, questioning authority. They don't know that. And so it's easy for this man on the street, and he's just giving an example of how easy it is to manipulate people, and they will not question. So again, if you do not know where you come from, if you do not have that base, if you do not have that ability in your mind to question, you will be easily led in any direction that the people in authority want you to go. We see it happening more and more today than ever before. Again, I don't know how to emphasize this any stronger. We as a nation are being manipulated to go in a certain direction because as a nation, we do not know where we came from. Now, sure, you and I, if you're listening to this program, we know. But unfortunately, we are becoming more and more of the minority. And we're being seen more and more often as radicals or extremists. And think about it. Did you, if you're over the age of 50 or 60, did you ever think there would be a day where you would be labeled an extremist simply because you believed in the Constitution? If you believed in the actions, statements, speeches of our founders? Well, constitutionalists are considered to be extreme righties. That's right. Yeah, you and I, we're extremists. If we believe in the Constitution, we're extremists. And that's because the younger generations do not know where they came from. And to a great degree, we can blame one major generation for this change. Some people are not going to like it. Think of the baby boomers. You think about, which is really kind of odd because the baby boomers, the flower children of the 60s and early 70s, what was it? Never trust anyone over 30 and question authority and always question authority. They've raised two generations that have been taught to not question authority. Think about it. You were under the age of 30 or 35. You were taught basically not to question authority. And because of that, hey, those under 35, they may have more bachelor's and doctorate degrees than any other generation in history. But let me tell you, there hasn't been any generations more ignorant than those under the age of 35. They may know some book learning, but real world facts, they don't have a clue. And those that do try to get a clue, well, they're ostracized, and they're called extremists. That's how you get Occupy Wall Street. That's how you get Bernie Sanders, who garners 10, 20, 30,000 people at an event. 70% of them under the age of 35. That's how that happens. Because when you dumb down your society, and the adults of the time, the parents of the time, do not stand up and say, we're not going to allow this. We're going to actually have some real education. When they don't do that, your kids are then programmed to believe what they are told without question. And then when that happens, that's when we get people like Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders who can get away with what they get away with because nobody wants to question them. They just want to believe.